be right here. So I filmed a video already, hence the darker hair. So where I attempted to dye my hair with markers, I will not be uploading that video for multiple reasons. First reason being that I didn't film an after, and although I could film an after, we got more reasons. Second up, I didn't explain what I was doing very well and didn't get a lot of footage, and it was kind of just one of the things that I couldn't make much out of because the tablet was dying, and also I had to I was focused on doing the two colors. So I attempted for two colors, which was one was pinks, orange, and yellows, which ended up when they mixed, they ended up being a really nice kind of peachy color, which I love. And then the other one was straight up black, but when I mixed it in the cup, it looked kind of like a dark purple, and it ended up kind of black. I naturally have dark hair. That's something about me, is that I have dark hair that is, it's always been a dark brown color that if you get it just right in the light, it looks like you get slight tint of red. To the point where one time I dyed my hair red. I literally got this dark red color, and it literally looked pretty much the same. It looked as if just the light was hitting my hair just right to give you that tint of red. So it didn't really come out red. That was a nice tint, and it looked very natural, but also fun. That was the first time that hair dye actually worked on me, because I was not allowed to dye my hair. Even just the really cheap spray colors that you get that wash out that day. I had that done 2 or 3 times at events. And by events, I mean not for my career, but we would go to fun little festivals and stuff, and I would get that done. But then, yeah. So I attempted with permanent markers. If you want to try them, because I don't know if it will work for you. It kind of worked for me. My roots are a little bit darker. I did this one because last year I was so bored with my hair that I added the pink tips, and my hair was so long and stuff. Well, then I added the pink tips, and it was fun, and I loved it. And to this day, the pink is still in my hair. So I use splat hair dye, and it's still in my hair. I generally thought it would last maybe a month or 2 months at most. I was very wrong about that, and it lasted almost a year, and it's still very, very strongly noticeable, as you can see. And most of it got cut out of my hair, because then farther through quarantine, everyone was just cutting their hair, and so I did, and I cut it medium length, and it was fun. But yeah, if you want to attempt this, all you need to do is take some markers. The things you will need is permanent markers. Do not use Crayola markers. There's so many videos with Crayola markers. I have tried them. If they are washable, you can't use them. And here's why. Because so you have to go through a process, and when you go through the process, by the end of it, it's just gone. Then you need something to get the cartilage thing that has all the ink and stuff in it out of your markers, i.e. pliers. Then you need either cups or bowls or something that you don't mind getting messy. It's fine, Sam. It's just like that. And then you need some hair soap. You need hair soap. You don't want colored hair soap. So you want either white or clear hair soap. And then the last thing you need is some water and a spoon or something to mix it with. And then you basically just get the cartilage things out of your marker, put them in your bowl or something, put a little bit of water in, let them soak for a few minutes, then you squeeze the life out of them until you get as much as you possibly can from it. Throw that away, and then you basically add in your hair soap. You want a fairly good amount. You can use conditioner, but you want a fairly good amount, and then last but not least, you mix it up really, really well, and then you soak your hair in it. The reason you want a lot of hair soap or conditioner is because you want it kind of thick, so you can apply it to your hair without it dripping out. You also might want bags or something, unless you can just lean back for a while. Now, I left it in for about an hour, I want to say. I dipped it and had my head forward like this for almost 20 minutes. I gave up when it got down to 4 minutes, I gave up. Then I literally quickly put bags and my hair was wrapped up so well. Then I let it sit for 30 minutes, and I scrolled on Instagram, I did an Instagram live stream just because I was bored, and then I basically just rinsed. Then I took everything out, rinsed my hair, blow dried it, brushed it, and I blow dried it. Usually I would let it air dry, but because I couldn't tell if it actually did anything, if it was actually darker, or if my hair is so thick that when it gets wet, it sometimes looks darker. And so I blow dried it to see if it was actually darker or if it was really wet. And it was slightly darker, not much. And I sent a photo to my sister. She said it's getting long, but I think she liked it also. So now I am about to bring up a few things. First up, I was putting away some and found this. So basically, somewhere around my birthday or something, I made my own time capsule thing, and about a couple of weeks ago, I think maybe a month and a half ago actually. Let me get off of this foot. I tried to look for it and realized I found it today, and I want to go through and see if all of these things are still somewhat related to me. So the first thing in here is this little Hello Kitty rainbow purse. I put this in. Each thing represents something. So this I put in because it reminds me of my 14th birthday, which was a fun little birthday that was spent with my parents, but also to represent, I hope that when I put this, I also wanted, and by the time that I open this again, I want to still like rainbows and love rainbows. So the next thing is a Christmas ornament. It's a red ball, and the reasoning is because I have always loved Christmas and the holiday. I always loved it up until I lost my crush. I hated it then because basically in hopes, I put this in hopes that it makes me sad now the holidays do because I'm not with my crush, so I put this in here to hope that when I'm opening it I'm with my crush and I'm loving the holidays, and unfortunately not. Next up, we got, it says Sam, but it says Sammy, but I misspelled it. I spelled it the right, like there are two ways to spell it. There's Samy, which is what this is, but then there's also Samie. So yeah. And I hope that I still love Sam. I love Sam. That's something that never changes, but I hope I love Sam to the point where I do crafts and make it say Sam. So here's the next thing. Back right when I first started social media, I made zip tie bracelets. This is one of them. And no one really entered to win the giveaway. Bella won, so this is going to her when she comes down. But to hope that I'm staying true from the beginning, kind of like that. I never think, I always work hard. And never doubt that my hard work isn't gonna pay off one day. And that's good. Next up is this. It's a VIP Lego keychain. And the reason is because I hope that I still love Legos and that I always remember that every moment with my crush is being VIP at the greatest event ever. Okay, we got a few more things in this thing. So next up is this I put in here. It basically hooks to my phone so I can take pictures from far away and stuff. And I put in here to hope that I love, I still love Instagram and that I still love taking photos and understand that my work is paying off for that. So we got a few more things. We got a rock, a painted rock. This has more of an emotional meaning. It means soon as the painted rock phase, soon as painted rocks became a thing, I hopped on that train. I loved it. I loved doing painted rocks. My crush always did painted rocks. That was something that, I loved and, that, me and my crush were literally, I remember the one day where I tried to tell him I liked him, and literally before I could, he was showing me, his painted rocks that he had with him, in his pockets, and it was, fun, and I hope that those great memories last, and that I will always love painted rocks, and every time that I look at a painted rock, it reminds me of my crush. Next up, a JoJo Siwa hair Doorables. In hopes that I still love JoJo, because two people, my mom and one other person, and my mom and Bella's sisters, oh, one day you're not gonna like JoJo Siwa anymore. You're gonna forget who she even is. Well, in hopes that I don't. And guess what? I still don't. So there's actually a few more things. We got an empty lotion tube from Lush, I'm pretty sure, or no, Bed Bath & Body Works. It's empty. You're probably like, why that trash? It's not to me, because I always love makeup, hair and makeup has always been fun, and stuff to me, and I wanted to know, it's a reminder that you don't need makeup to be beautiful. Next up, we got a painted rock that just has a W. It just reminds me of my crush. The last thing. Oh, this one brings so many memories. It's my very first pair of cheater shoes this brings memories. The reason I put them in here is in hopes that I still love to dance, and I love it even more now. So I'm putting everything back in, and then we're going to move to the next department of it. Okay. So there's one more apartment, and in here I put a bunch of notes and stuff, and we're going to start going. Ooh, we got I don't know what this says. I think it's trash. I'm gonna literally throw it away because I don't know what it says at all, and it looks like trash. Oh, wait. Okay. Oh, this one's emotion. So this paper, it basically says that I hope when I am reading this that I am with my crush and that he is not with that girl anymore. Like, in a way, I feel bad, and that makes him, no, and that's honestly true, and I'm explaining this to Bella and my dad at home, how I never want to be the other girl, but, like, I kind of don't have a choice. So in my mind, as bad as it is, I kind of hope in a way, I just get the feeling that they're not meant to be. And something will happen, they'll break up one day. I get the feeling, and I feel like that's gonna happen. And stuff, but it says that I hope that he's not with her anymore, that I'm with my crush, and I hope that I am famous, but even when I am, that I remember that I didn't get there by having things handed to me. I worked hard to get there. I am not famous. I am definitely more famous than I was. Like, I'm more known than I was, but no. Well, we got so many. I'm just pulling them out. Okay. We're just gonna pull this. Ooh. Okay, this one's very positive. I like positive. It says, never change, know that you are beautiful, and always stand up for yourself, because for a really long time, pretty much my entire life, up until, like, last year, I kind of just let my dad handle everything. Like, if I was in an argument with someone or being bullied by someone, I would just run and go tell my dad and have him fix it. And last year, I proved to myself that I'm not doing that anymore. This one I like, and I feel like this one's gonna happen but also not happen. And that's that. I hope that me and Bella will always be friends. The reason I say I think this will happen, but at the same time I feel like I feel like at some point I'm gonna get upset. And like, just like get in a big argument with her about how she never FaceTimed me, like, never replied to me, like, we're best friends, but at the same time, like, she's busy. She's a busy person, and that's fine. But like when you leave your best friends out of the picture, it's really hard for them. And I feel like an argument's gonna happen, and then at the end she'll like apologize or something, and we'll get back together. Like, this one, I think I definitely still do this one, which is I always say peace out on the haters, because haters are jealous. They're jealous of you, and unfortunately this one has not happened yet, which is I hope that I'm in my crush and being the happiest person on earth. Not really happened, but so I'm gonna throw this away and then talk with you about it. Okay, so I want to talk and announce something, something that I have been working really hard on, or kind of planning and stuff, is finally gonna happen. So, if you like dance, you're gonna like this. So, I'll have more details later. But I have been working on a project, which is that I am doing a dance with me sort of thing for like a week. So what it is that soon as my dance blocks get here, which is probably not going to be for at least another week. It said 2 weeks on the thing, but I don't know. We'll see. I am going to be going live on Instagram, and I'm going to be, basically, you get to train with me. I'm not professional. I'm no, like, professional dance teacher, but I know a lot. Like, I know a fairly good amount. And so it's not really, it's going to be, like, not really, like, teaching, but in a way, yes. Basically, where there will be a bunch of things where I am basically going to show you warm-ups that I do. Warm-ups, give you tips on flexibility that have helped me. Let's see. I'm going to teach you just basic things that are like basic things that you should know to be a dancer, like all sorts of stuff. And I'm not going easy on you with the warm-ups, the stretches, like I'm going to be really pushing you to your limit, and I hope that you understand. Yes. So if you want to, like, kind of just train with me just to be a better dancer, like, stay tuned, because I'll be letting you know, like, soon as those dance blocks get here. Yeah, because I'm not going easy. I'm gonna definitely play it tough. Cause there's one. Also, by the way, I created a playlist called Dance Training. So there's two playlists involving dance. There's one called Dance, and that one is a bunch of songs and stuff that I like to dance to. And then the other is called Dance Training, and it has a couple of videos on it of just things that I'm actually doing, like videos that I'm watching and using to train and stuff. And if you don't have a dance block or like dance blocks, It's okay. I'll be giving you tips on other things that you can use. I just like having the actual equipment, and there are things that you have at your house probably, like just general things. And I'll be teaching you the point of a dance block and like what I'm using it for, because there's a ton of stuff. Yeah. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. I've been working really hard to come up with like what I'm gonna do. This will be a 2-day training series. And if you aren't available at the time that I am doing it, then don't worry, it will all be on my IGTV stories on Instagram at Andy Forever. So you can watch it later, or if you are available, you can just watch it as many times as you want. So yeah, it's crazy going back and looking at like that time capsule. Not much has changed, but like it's crazy to me because I feel like so much has changed. And I truly believe that everything bad happened for a reason, although it doesn't seem that way. Like everything bad leads you to something great. And that's why I truly think when me not making it very far on social media, it's gonna lead me to something great in the end. Like it definitely has taught me like hard work will pay off if you put it in. I'm filming a lot lately. I will start filming on only Saturdays, Sundays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays soon as the dance hammock gets here, because my whole schedule was revolved around it, and now like it's not here yet. But then again, we are about to go check the mail after this, so it could easily be here. Yeah, so I'm just excited to be working on a bunch of stuff. And yeah, that's gonna be a thing. But yeah, there's a lot that's like kind of going through my head and stuff. And so like it's nice. I truly think everything bad happened for a reason, because and now I'm like a stronger person. Like what I mean is like losing my crush, as hard as it was and as hard as it is, I feel like I've shown that I'm a stronger person than I thought I was. And that's honestly true. When at first, before it happened, and like I was being weird one day, and I asked myself, what would my reaction be if I actually lost my crush? And I went like, it would be a little bit hard, but then after like a few days, it will just be easy, and like I'll forget all about him. And then now that it's happened, it's like, oh God, it's gotten worse. Like over time, it's gotten worse. Like I always knew that I wouldn't fully forget about him, and I would always like remember him, but at the same time, I didn't realize how bad it would be. And now that I'm facing it, it's like I'm a stronger person than I thought I was, because that is like my worst nightmare. that came true. And now I'm forced with. So yeah, I definitely feel like I'm stronger than I thought I was. So that's going to be it for this video.